And then see if people like to play that. Oh, it's too bright. Let me get the flag out. We got this little flag. I found it in your loot. It's an old flag. I don't know. This has got to be. The fabric is so thin. It's got to be at least like the 50s, 40s, right? So we'll just take the flag. It has like the old. I mean, it was up a flag. It was a flag to something. I mean, it was up a flagpole and everything. I don't know what it's to, but since just because of the way things are going, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my window, and we're gonna put it upside down because this country's in trouble. The Messenger. Plus, I like how the lighting is. Isn't that nice, Small? Except for the fact it's upside down, because this country's... What? You like the other lights, too? I need a bandana. Need a bandana. Any bandana will do. Well, not that one. Well, I can't ask and then get. See, God has a funny sense of humor. Okay, I gotta be more specific. Not a black bandana. Because that's what he offered me so far. I gotta turn the heater off. Are you warm enough? I'm freaking... Well, I just took a really hot shower, too, though. You know you get knowings in showers, right?
You get what?
Data transference through water. Water is an inductor of electricity. Data and information pass through our wires in our electric system, symbiotic system, endocrine system. Our electrical system, like cars have electrical systems, people do. Sometimes people's electrical systems get overstimulated. We're going to see that a lot this weekend. That's why I took such a hot shower, so I could ground myself. You know, a good definition of an ungrounded person is, I think, is somebody that's just quite frankly doing too much. So, and when you're doing too much, you are the farthest point in life from being where your hands are in the present moment, and that's where the greatest gifts are, is being in the present moment. Alright, I need to put my socks on. I turned off the heat, but it's going to take a minute for it to kick off. Where are my socks? Here they are. Benny, you got your liquor license? Benny says, yes, Margie, mind your own business. Me and Grandma Retta doing our thing. You are jealous of our love, Margie. Benny, I'm happy that you are the new sassy. Benny's the new sassy. Come on.
Benny's the new sassy.
Yeah, like he's your new lap dog, but without being on your lap because he's the ginormous one. I gotta turn on the fan. Luna's starting to perspire on her nose. Hot lady! Beep, beep, coming through. She's so cute. I posted a little video on the BBRH alumni page. The Basset Beagle Rested of the Heartland. That's where they all came from.
Oh.
Freaking years ago, like 12 years, 13 years ago, they all started coming into rescue. She came from South Carolina. She was 40 minutes from being put down. Holy hell! Are you kidding me? I got these socks right for... Oh my god, this is why stuff makes me mad. The heel is all... I've worn... They're already warm. No bueno. No bueno. Good girl, Luna. She says, don't make my kidneys shrivel. You get so loud, you make my kidneys shrivel. I'm sorry, baby. You're so pretty. You're so smart. You're so funny. My socks are just... But this is our organization. It's all right. I'm hard on stuff. It's me. It's not the sock. All right, Ma. You ready for me to tell stories? And I think I'll go in town. See if I can spread little rays of sunshine. All right. I never found my bandana. Didn't I start out doing all that looking for my bandana? My eyes are so blazed. Ooh, this is a good color. Wait, here, you want to pick, Mom? Maybe I'll put on a shirt and a bow tie and go looking around today. Think I should do that instead? Be bopping around? Do it, Ma. When I get off the talk, I'll let you pick out the bow tie, but just so people know, this will be the shirt I'm gonna wear today. It's a nice blue shirt, little white polka dots, polka-da-doke, polka-da-doke, polka-da-doo, polka-da-don't, polka-da-dot. So this is what, in case anybody's wondering, sometimes it's just nice to get dressed for the day, you know? Look good, feel good, yeah. Hey, okay, hey, my name's Marge. I'm a hey, okay empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I feel real good about things today, and I honestly don't remember the last time I said that. Looks like it's snowing. Looks like the snow started again. It ain't gonna do much. We got like, I don't know, 8-9 inches where we are, about deeper in Luna. The video I posted. So she took her, but see, the thing of it is there's so little moisture in this man-made stuff. I mean, it was really wet. It started out so super heavy and wet, sopped down. And then last night when I went to sleep, it started melting already, you know, and because underneath it's warmer, so all that starts melting first, and then it starts settling, and like the texture of it, I don't know, it gets crusty on top. Like the bottom, when you make rice, that crusty stuff that you can't avoid. I guess maybe if you put a little oil in there, maybe that would avoid it. But I haven't learned anything yet to avoid that crusty stuff on the bottom of making rice. And that's what the top of the snow is doing now. So anyway, I got good stories today. So I'm just going to kind of take my time, and we're going to go long today, I think. Hey, Ma, you want to pick it? You want to pick the bow tie?
Oh, okay. Oh,
which one do you think I should wear with this, what I got on? Yeah, which one do you think I should wear today?
this one.
Which tie?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
With this?
Yeah. It's a combination.
Alright, it's your pick. It's your pick! If somebody says, you look funny, I'm gonna say, you go take it up with Ma. She dressed me. So this is the one. Yeah, I'm pretty overstimulated today. And I feel good, though. I feel really good about it. I just gotta take it easy and not let my insides interfere too much with my outsides. I gotta keep my insides nice and cool and calm and collective, and then everything outside will be slow. that's the goal. I just gotta look at something here quick. So why I'm in such a good mood? See, there's planetary alignments that happen in the world, and they line things up in our own charts. And if we're in line with the universe and keep just doing, good orderly direction, our lives are divinely guided. And the story that unfolds, damn it, I can't see. The story that unfolds is really quite miraculous. I can't see real good in this. And how the story is unfolding for me and Ma, I mean, it's just so divine. I don't, one day, see, that's the thing. That's the way I look at it, is mediocre people can't see above mediocrity. So as wonderful and as glorious as they think that they are, if they're a mediocre vibration and they're just doing all the other things that all these other people have done, there's not really much that makes one an exceptional being when they just do what everyone else has done. All right, Ma, so we got that. Which bandana now? Which color bandana to go with all this?
Oh, that's quiet.
Which one? Pick a color. That one? Good eye, Ma. Good eye, Ma. I got Pisces and Venus, and the funny thing is as flashy as I dress, people still do not see me. I was seen yesterday. That was kind of a trip. I'll tell that story. So, the activations that are happening in my DNA are just, they're a miracle. And I hope that when I share, I can help other people, teach them about miracles too. And God and good orderly, just do the right thing, man, and the universe will line up for you like a Rubik's Cube. And that's what's happened for me and Ma. And this is my testimony. So when we had to move, when we were informed August 2020, I'd already been looking. I already opened it up. See, I took my will and I ran riot with it, and that's how I ended up in Oregon. And when I got there, God brought me to my knees in a lot of ways. And one of those ways was, okay, I get it, ego, easing God out. I'm going to do what I want over what universe, good orderly direction God wants me to do, creator. Because, this life ain't just about me, and I was making it about me, just about me for a real long time. So, we had to go, and it was during a time that Oregon was on fire. There's fires all, there wasn't a lot of places to go. And I put my declaration out. Nobody I knew was willing to step up and do anything extravagant or inextravagant or at all to do anything to help me. And I thought I was in much better standing. So there's some more ego deflation for you. But then again, I come to the conclusion, like as attracts like, and we weren't really, they weren't as genuine hearted as you are, Marge, that you thought. Maybe they just duped you, because I get duped a lot. So, because I want to believe people and I see if they're like that, and then they act contrarily, and then I'm like, okay, so I see which is the act. I see which is the primary stepping forward, and for you it's ego, and for me it's spirit. Sometimes I see people in the spirits. So, anyway, we had to go. So what I did is, I again, as I've done so many times before in my life, I turned my life over to the cares of God, good orderly direction, as I understand God. With all the definitions that I have sought and that people have given me as to what they tell me God is, or what their God is, and how they behave and act and coordinate in life. And I go, okay, your God's like that, mine isn't. So we're not in alignment. And I keep looking for people that we got like the same God. It's so pretty right now. It's snowing and the music in my ears feels real nice. So, when we were in Oregon, people like watch my videos. We sometimes we get in connection, sometimes the connection lands, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm here to learn, and I learn from everybody I come across. So we met this woman met me and started corresponding, and she started sending me neat stuff. Some of the early stuff, like the kachina, it broke. But this is a kachina. It was made in New Mexico here, but I'm pretty sure I got it. Let's see if I can get it to focus, not on me. There it is. I gotta change the settings. And plus, the light is changing constantly right now. That the lenses, the technology can't keep up with the light. Benny, please don't pull off you big galoot. So anyway, she started sending all this stuff, right? And I kept putting declarations out on my tiny too. I'm like, me and Mom, we need a place to go. God, please help us. We need a place to go. We got these 5 dogs. We got Stan Lee. You know, Mom has her stuff. I got, it's like, okay, here we go. All right, God, I'm going to put all my faith in you. I'm gonna prove them either wrong or right. So here we go. Off into the abyss. Stepping off blindly into the dark abyss. So a woman saw my plea that lived in Flagstaff, Arizona. A woman named Carrie Gunn. 2G's Gunn. That was a red flag. It happened on a day the planetary alignment said, you're going to go ahead and do this. When this has happened before, this is a stepping stone to get someplace else. So just bear it, grin it, take it, use it as a means. And I was like, okay. So thank you, universe. Thank you for that divine guidance. Thank you for letting me know, right? And so this woman invited me to come stay with her daughter in Flagstaff, Arizona. So evidently we got karmic stuff. Our energetic DNA has karmic stuff to absolve there. So okay. So I was like, all right, let's do this. We had to go. So we went. Leap of faith. We got there. We were there a couple days before I started figuring out she was a Cancer woman. And real like woo. And she's living a world for herself for a very long time. She was going through a divorce. She was very angry. And then she was like, oh, I got this person that's in a very vulnerable state. And it's going to make me feel better as a person because I feel like my life is so shitty that I get to dump on this shit. She had German Shepherd. Her dog bit me in the leg. I mean, it was, and then she yelled at me for it. I mean, it was just like it was just all this nightmare. It was just this nightmare, right? And then my truck died. I love that. I want to get another truck. I decided I'm ready for another my lifestyle designates a truck. My lifestyle, a truck, for all the things that I do, a truck is better suited than a minivan. So I think I'm going to start looking for a good home for the minivan. And I'm going to make sure it's mechanically sound and stuff like that. And I'll sell it for less than what I got for it. Heck, maybe I'll even give it away. Who knows? You know, if the universe compels me to. So my big red truck. It died. It was like, I got it 2 years before we moved, and I didn't drive a lot because I don't leave Mom much, but I got to go out on adventures in it and stuff like that. And, It was like I was in that whole thing. How I got the truck was a total God thing, of and by itself, and it got us to Flagstaff, and then she ended up on the back. She ended up on and I don't even like red. I love this truck. She's my girl. We had a lot of fun times together. Anyway, I guess it's not supposed to be. But, here's baby me. I've been sticking my tongue out my whole life. And it's funny because my niece does it. I mean, it's like, it's a genetic thing. It's a trip. So, and then it was so sad. Cause I was a good person, and the mechanic where I had to leave. What happened? Okay, focus. So the truck had to get towed off on the back of a tow truck, and it went to a mechanic. And then the guy was he drug his feet. You know, he wasn't in any hurry to fix it. He forgot about it. I mean, it was like a total nightmare situation. But I was just like, all right, God, I'm just supposed to follow your lead, okay? You know, so I was mom and I was desperate, and I'm trying not to be so stressed out because when I get stressed out, I take it all out on everybody and everything around me, and I was trying not to do that to mom because it's hard on her cognitively and all the critters too. Makes everybody stress makes everybody get old faster. So and this woman was just like doing everything she could to make uncomfortable situation even more uncomfortable, and then not worse, she was like getting her little rocks off on it. It was twisted. uh I did get to drive under the overpass though, where supposedly Iz Cappy was suicided. So I got to absolve that and pray over that area for him and stuff like that. So that was kind of neat, you know. Take the good with the bad. And so this woman that was started sitting. Oh, here it is. Because my name I gave myself is Standing Turtle. So she started sending us this stuff, me this stuff, and I just found out I'm Native American not too long ago, back in 2017. God, it seems like it was yesterday. So I got my Standing Turtle rattle, right? So, anyway, she continued to watch she started watching my video, and she's continued to watch, she's continued, oh, that looks real nice, huh, Mom? Doesn't that look nice? Yeah? Yeah. Right on. So this woman I never met, but she's watched my video however many times. She got a hold of me. She reached out to me because I was like, I mean, she could see like the life leaving me, like, because it's exhausting to omit and to keep fear away. I always picture it as like I'm standing on a cliff and there's like a tsunami, not an actual, the kind that like kids picture, like a big wet wall, you know, like a tsunami that comes up like that, like an actual wave. That's not how tsunamis work, but when you're a kid, and I thought tsunami, it was like one ginormous wave, but really it's raising water at a very fast rate. So anyway, she all right, before I lose it, I gotta turn off that song before I lose it. What was I talking about? Damn it! Want some orange juice, Ma? Oh, you like this stuff. You like this banana milk stuff I got. This coconut banana flavored milk drink. Because my train of thought derailed, and I'm going to try and get it back, so I might as well do this. Go ahead. Oh, alright, I was telling the moving story. That's what I was doing. And I was talking about our Earth Angel. And so I thought, I was in fear. I was scared. I don't know what we're going to do. We don't got no vehicle. I used a lot of my money to move here, and I reached out to like the VA system, the homeless, and all this stuff, and they are worthless. The whole VA system is worthless. I got better ideas, and we could circumvent all those freaking administrative tit suckers. You know, all those people that veterans got to go through to get what we need. That's what that whole system is for, is to feed the top. And then it don't trickle down. So I'll be happy when to see that organization close its door and lock it for its final last time, because that's been a freaking resource of misappropriation of funds for far too long, and people got greedy, and oh boy. Anyway, so our Earth Angel reached out and gave me and asked, said, hey, can I talk to you? Yeah, okay, all right, I'll call you. All right. And then she explained her situation to me. She said that she had been watching my videos for a while, and that she at the time she was 73, 72, and her dear sweet love of her life had just died, and he died a very terrible death. And his death reminds me of, whenever I get thirsty or feel like I want to jump and swim around with the spirits of the bottle, to just remind me of people that have stories like her dear sweet departed husband. You know, been together for so long. At the end, he was putting booze, alcohol directly into his feeding tube. That is me, if I do. So, anyway, he's resting peacefully now, I believe. So she reached out and she said, you know, I'm 72, 73 years old, and I never heard anybody before talk out loud, say all the things that I thought and felt in my heart. And I want to help you, and I want to help your dear sweet mom. She said, my husband did a real good job to take care of me, and we don't have any kids or nothing. And like you are with your brother, I got a sister. So we'll just, you know, leave that there. So, what I'd like to do is I'd like to send you a check for $15,000. And I was like, I could never doubt the power of God ever again. I could never. And it was an ordeal because my bank was in Oregon and she was making it hard. I mean, if it was up to her, this woman would have put me on the street with my mother and my dogs and cat. And I hung on and so put the declaration out again, once again, on YouTube videos. Now, earlier when we were in Oregon, I'm going to backtrack just a second. When we were in Oregon, a woman in my YouTube, because I was going everywhere. I was going all the chats. I'm like, if anybody knows of a play, I need a play. I'm desperate. I mean, and I'm creative and I'm thoughtful. So I'm like putting all the. So I'm like, if I'm gonna get 1,000,000 no's, just so I know the yes is for us, right, Ma? Right? So I put 1,000,000 out there. Got 1,000,000 no's, and then so this woman out in northern New Mexico in the chat on Marge astrology. She said, I know somebody in Taos, New Mexico that's looking for somebody to rent her trailer. And we were in Oregon and all that Arizona stuff hadn't happened yet. I'm like, oh my God. I can't even I'm like, we moved out here from Omaha to Oregon, and it was like, I mean, it was divinely orchestrated, but it was exhausting. And it brought Mom into a new tier of fun stuff, behaviors, quirks, things like that. And me too. It's just all part of life. So when I was in Arizona, Maja Astrology, in a YouTube chat, I put out my declaration again. The same woman, Cynthia Montgomery, put it out there again. I still know somebody in Ranchos de Taos that is looking for somebody to. I was like, and so I put my email in the chat. She took a screenshot, then I deleted it. But it doesn't matter because it's out there. That's funny, Marge. You're funny, Marge. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Straight people like rainbows2@gmail.com. I got it everywhere. I encourage people to get a hold of me. Just don't be weird. And nobody ever send me no freaking naked pictures and nothing, dude. That stuff freaking pisses me off. Like, what have I ever done to give somebody the impression that I want to see naked nothing on nobody that I don't know or otherwise, you know, unless I'm rude. So, we got in touch, and that's where we lived the first 2 years. I was just like, give us a place to land so I can decompress, and then that'll give us time to find the place that we're supposed to be, God. I understand. I see where you're going with this. I get it, God. I get it. Right? Because, remember, I went in knowing that thing was only going to be I just didn't know it was going to suck as bad as it did. I lost a lot of weight. Anyway, so, that's how we got here, and then we had to move. Now, the divine story that we got here I'm all over the place. I'm like trying not to be obsessive, as what clinical people that get paid a lot for their pieces of paper that tell them they know so much from reading the books that they know. See, the difference between me and them is you learn a lot more with life experience than you do about reading stuff on books. Reading stuff is books is how people that haven't had life experience attain more life experience. This is how I perceive things. I always see things different. Always see things different than ever. I see how everyone else sees things, and then I see how this person sees things, and that person sees things, and the individual sees things. And then I see how the collective consciousness sees things. I see a lot of things. So, where was I? So I was on Facebook one day and I see somebody put up this ad, and they said, just put up the ad like an hour before. After you, kind sir. Hit that old hydration station, benzo. Ow, I hit that corner pretty good. That's going to shut off. Not too... Oh, okay, we got a little while. So, it had the address on it to the place. Now... I had been looking for our forever home for a while. And I actually came out and looked around the corner from where we live now. Like, it's right there. Like, if I stood up on top of this trailer, I bet I could see the trailer of the place that I looked at initially out here. And I wanted that place really bad. I was like, God, please. You know, I'm like, this is it. We don't got to look no more. Just let us have this. And then we didn't get it. Benny! You always do this stuff when I'm distracted, you turd. Come on. Come over here by Grandma Retta. Come on. Good boy. This story is so good. It's such a good story. So, it's such a good testimony to God. Just keep being faithful. Don't cheat people. Don't screw people over. Don't freaking burn bridges. Try and leave things better than you find them. And then, boom, the next right door opens up, okay? That's what my whole life is dedicated to express. With a lot of words. So this around the corner, the road I lived on, the initial trailer that I looked at, it's where it gets good. Well, it's all good, I think. It's on a road called Garduno. 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 And this is where it gets kind of funny. This is where it's like all the stuff that I imagine, because I think like the Good Doctor, in case anybody's wondering. In pictures and things like that. Like Temple Grandin talks about. I talk about it too. So, now in time is one of those times that more DNA activation is happening. So if people, their hearts are opening up, their minds, hearts, guts, everything's sacral, it's all lining up. Everybody's, removing so many of those things that no longer serve them, that it's raising their vibrational frequency to a point that they can receive other things of that vibrational frequency. Whatever it is that they are supposed to be learning on this path. Whatever, their magnets attract them to with their personalities and whatnot. So I see this trailer. I drive out here, and there's a guy out front, and I said, do you know who? And he's like, yeah, it's my mom. He gave me her number. I didn't have service, so I took a screenshot of the number I dialed, and then when I head into town, which was Marge, you're a thinker. So, which was good, because when I got into town, there wasn't any evidence that I called. It wasn't on my list because I didn't have no service. So it rang off to nowhere. So I called as soon as I got to service, introduced myself. I said, my landlord now will give you a wonderful reference for me. And she asked what her name was, and she knew my landlord now. And I was like, okay. And she did in fact give her a good reference. So we got to move in. Now, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, and then we'll tie this all together, and then I'll go on and be about my day. And if it's worthy of discussing, maybe I'll come back on later. Okay, so back in 2017, when Mom did her DNA test, it puts notifications out there. You got a new cousin. You got a new, and then you have the option to email these people direct. I took that option, and so I had been corresponding with this a cousin of Mom's, Tildy, back then. And then when we got to, the thing of it is we're in Oregon, and she was telling me stuff about New Mexico stuff. I said, we're in Oregon, I can't, we got all this stuff to do, I gotta table this, it's so too much, it's so hard. And so I tabled it, I forgot all about it. And then we got into Ranchos, where we moved to here, I was like, oh yeah, that lady said something about someplace. And then I looked it up again, and I was like, holy hell, if we didn't land right in the midst of where she was talking about. But I wasn't in the vibrational frequency yet to receive. Because I had to be present, and it was on my peripheral, and then it was brought into my radar, but still it's not on my peripheral. And I was like, all right, here we go. Here we go, man. Here we go. This is freaking cool. So I had a compulsion this morning. The planets lined up, that time where things line up and you get knowings. So, and she actually messaged me the other day. She actually messaged me last night. Okay? And so, I guess she was saying, how did that go? Okay, so she messaged me, and then I responded. I have it right here. That's right. I left it open right here. Hold on a second. I can't see me, so I'm... okay. See, people lose so much. Tildy. Now, Tildy, she lives in the Bay Area someplace, which is cool because I have my heart, My phone, I took this picture on my phone. This is a fucking rad picture. That was a full moon. I think it was a strawberry moon. It was like, that was a date. That was a cool time. Okay, so, anyway. So, yesterday, she said, hi, sorry for the delayed response, because I wrote to her when February 11th. So, see, that's the thing, that they're saying, what did you do back in this time? And it's unfolding now. I'm like, I don't know, because I throw so many hooks out, proverbial hooks out, lines out, to catch fish of knowings, of curiosities. I forget. And so she said, hi, I'm Marge, Loretta's daughter. Where are you in the world? And she said, hi, sorry for the delayed response. I'm in San Francisco. Both of my grandparents moved to the Bay Area from Taos, the area, after World War II. Where are you? Are you still in Taos? I say, yes, we are still in Taos. Arroyo, Hondo. I am trying to figure out who her parents were. She was born with 2 club feet. What are your grandparents' names? We have been here 2 years now. This is freaking so... people's lives would be so much better if they listened to good orderly direction than people listen to themselves. They end up in prison. I listen to God, and I end up where I'm supposed to be. So my parental grandparents You know what? I wonder if this is. Is that better? Is that better? I should have opened it in a second window. Hi, Jessica. Hope you're good today. All right. I'll just wrap it up after this. My parental grandparents were from Arroyo, Hondo. They were Tophilia. I see. I don't. I'm hooked on phonics. People always get don't. They feel like you shit on their ancestors when you mispronounce things, and they don't understand that different places have different pronunciations for different words. It's like how they like to make them. It's just more tools of separation. Okay, they were Tofilio and Elisa Herrera. Elisa's parents were Clotilde Rael and Manuel Santivistan. Tofilio's parents were Juan and Clorinda Herrera. I have been meaning to call my Aunt Evelyn in Denver. She is 94. I can ask her if she remembers Loretta. Also, have you seen that book about Arroyo Hondo written by Joseph Garduno? That's the same name as the man who has the road right but initially early in the story. You might try to call the local library. They may have a copy. In the back of the book is a compilation of residents who lived in Arroyo Hondo from the 1900s to 1990. Perhaps you may find some clues. Well, I'm up to the task. We grew up watching shows with clues and figuring out pieces of the puzzle because life is all about pieces of the puzzle. So what I took with this information is I sent a message to my landlady, my dear sweet landlord, this morning, and asked her and sent her a screenshot and asked her if she knew any of these people, and she said she didn't, but she's going to ask her mom. Her dear sweet mother just turned 94. Also, I'm going to be 4'9", the opposite of that this year. I have a feeling it's going to be a good year for old Marjo. So, I sent it to her with the names, and she said she didn't, but she'd ask her mom. And then I sent another screenshot with the title of the book. And she said she had a copy in the big house, in the main house. And she'd look for it. So that's another hook going out, you know. I looked on Amazon. They got it on Amazon. It's like $49. It just occurred to me. I don't use Amazon. I haven't used Amazon in a number of years. I have no beef if other people use Amazon because people want to use Amazon to send me loot. I ain't going to say no to it. I don't ever say no to loot. Because if I can't use it, I'll use it for somebody who can. You know, I'm a mere vessel. I'm just a vessel of light, dude. I'm just here to show people that there's different ways to live. You know, because the glory of God is free. As our moving testament, how we ended up in Arroyo Hondo, New Mexico. And so this is what she said. I forgot to finish. It says the author of that book, Joseph Garduno, was given his land by his grandfather. He says in the book that he wanted to turn it into Garduno Estates or something. His grandfather won the land in a gambling debt from my great-grandfather. So, since I'm related to this person, my family lost the land in a gambling debt. See? We started... New Mexico is never on my radar. This is all magnetics. This is all listening to God. This is all doing the right thing, and where it lands people who received the land when his grandfather won the land in a gambling debt from my great grandfather, who received the land when he married my grandmother, Cleotile Rael. I can't make this stuff up. So I'm going to go out today. I'm going to go wave my... Hey, anybody know these people? Mom, I'm going to find out the story. I'm going to find out who your parents were. I'm going to let them know. I'm going to let... If they loved you, and if they ever wanted to know whatever happened to you, and if they were made to give you up, if you were made to be an example, to be a part of... to feed a system that has grown to a disgusting level of grossness, Mom, I'm gonna let them know that if they couldn't take care of you, I did, Ma. They gave me the strength to take care of you, okay? All right? Okay? She's more than 2 club feet in a world that is not made for that. Your story's better than mine, Ma. Your story's better than mine. I'm just here to help carry you along, all right? Yeah? Yeah.